Today, we're judging your writing. That's right. Richard and I are judging our patrons submitted their first lines to a potential fantasy book where they have to hook us and see if they have submitted something that we would want to read further in. And there's a little special thing here. You know what we're doing?
Oh, yeah. You guys at home actually get to vote on who wins.
Vote! 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 If you don't vote, shut your mouth.
We don't get the ultimate decision.
We just get to be
guys.
biased. That's all. We're going to make fun of all of the lines, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yes, yes.
Our bias will come through, but you guys will get to vote. It'll be a poll in the description below and also in the pinned comment.
Yes, and basically we're just going to run through these lines. Our patrons submitted these. These are not real books. These are sentences they created, up to 3 sentences. Are you ready to judge them?
I'm ready to be harsh.
All right. We're going to be completely honest because our patrons know this. We don't like them.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take their money, but...
Yeah, but honor them? Never.
No,
Never.
Never.
So we're going to go through these. You guys get to vote afterwards, so pay attention, and you can go back through the video to see if you liked a particular line. You ready, Rich?
I'm ready.
You have not heard these before.
Oh, yeah.
I read some of these. They submitted them to me directly, so I read some. I tried not to read them all, though. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
The first one is from Samwell. Now, Samwell, I hate that guy. But Samwell,
honestly,
well, he's
just the worst.
Forget the lines. We're just talking about the person, right? So Samwell wrote this. I looked down at my rusted revolver, covered in my own blood. My attempt to steady my hand is futile as I blink mud away from my eyes. I'm going to miss.
That's not bad. That's actually not... I wanted to roast you, but that's pretty good.
Nice job, Samwell.
Honestly,
now,
okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was not completely on board until that last part. Like, I'm gonna miss.
Ooh.
Now I gotta know.
Yeah.
What is he aiming at? What's the situation? It puts everything into context. That's honestly the linchpin. Like the whole yeah, it's a rusted gun. Okay, I blink my eye. Okay, sure. I'm going to miss. A call to curiosity.
Call me intrigued, yes.
Very good.
Good job. Now, this really is unfortunate because I know, Rich, you're going to be so honest.
Yeah.
And when you don't like one, take it personally, please.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's
Second
go.
one. And hey, vote Samwell if you like that one. This next one, vote for SD12 if you like this next one. This is from SD12. Ready? Mm-hmm. Jolted awake by an ominous yet familiar voice whispering, "The end is only the beginning." The young man sprang forward from his bed in a cold sweat. He shook his head in disbelief, disappointed that he was still haunted by that horrendous night 15 seasons ago. The young man struggled to keep in mind that nothing is stronger than a broken man rebuilding himself. Let's get Richard's honest take here.
It's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay.
You are heavily swaying the viewer's way to vote for which one you are. This is completely biased.
I just think there's too many words describing very few things.
Okay.
Ultimately across man haunted, something happened many seasons ago. I think that can be cut down much more.
I honestly, we should probably charge him double for the patron.
Yeah.
Want to do that? Just make his day work. Love you, SD12. Samwell, we still hate you, so don't worry. All right, next one. You ready?
Hey, at least they know we're always honest. The fact that if you're watching and you're not subscribed to our Patreon, you can see hey, if they're this honest and blunt with the people giving them money, they must be honest about the books they cover.
Yeah, you could say that.
Honestly, it's a test.
You know what's funnier too? Just to give you some transparency with our finances here, we've been advertising Displate for a month plus now. They're not going to renew their sponsorship with us. Let's just say it's not going well. But
not one. Not one.
We're not even. Just forget it. Displate. We're sorry. We'll have to.
We're sorry.
Yeah, we tried our best. All right, you ready?
We tried to be shills. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. All right, the third submission. So that last one was SD12. Vote for him if you want to spite Richard. There you go. Now here's the next one. This is from Jake. You ready? So Jake wrote this. I awoke, my vision blurred and ears ringing. All around me, the village in flames. Feeling a draft, I was nude. This new spell is strong.
Honestly, you cut that first sentence completely out.
The I awoke, my vision blurred and ears ringing.
Don't need that.
All you need is all around me, the village in flames. Feeling a draft, I was nude. This new spell is strong.
That's way better. That's a significant.
So you're saying cut a bit.
Cut a bit, and that's pretty good. That's really good.
Okay.
I like that one.
Nice. All right. So,
I'm curious. So you like what spell would make you nude? That's the curious thing.
That is curious. And I'm noticing a pattern so far. We're only 3 in, but you like the shorter ones so far.
I like word efficiency.
Good. I like that. So you'd love Red Rising.
I like good
Freaking
writing.
got him. Oh, you bastard. Oh, that was nasty. Okay. All right. Here's the 4th submission. And by the way, that last one was from Jake. So vote Jake if you like that one best. Now, this next one, and just to remind you guys, sorry, the person that wins does get to select the next book we read.
One of them's going to pick War and Peace. I know
it. Their team gets to pick what we vote. So, okay, here's the next, or what we read next. Here's the next one. Ready? Mm-hmm. This is from Orcish Dad. Here it is. I awoke from what felt like restless sleep to see a man with a crooked face standing over me, thick fog pouring from his gaping mouth into my own. As the fog filled my chest, something approaching a breath forced my stale lungs to expand. With a cracked and raspy voice, the crooked-faced man commanded, "Come, for there is much to do, and the one does not sit idly while contemplating the death of a god," beckoning me to rise from my shallow grave to join his shambling horde.
That's pretty good.
You like that?
I like that one.
You like that?
I'm teetering on the edge of too much.
You know what I think it is? I think what
But it's good.
Yes.
It's well written.
Here's the thing. Because we had a 3-sentence limit, I think Orcish Dad was trying to get a 4th sentence in there and had to extend it with some commas and whatnot. So he probably had 5 sentences and made him the 3 the best he could is what I feel like he was going for.
I see that.
But it really works.
Yeah, it does work. I do like the visual of the smoke pouring out of one's mouth into another. That's kind of...
So you've had something good to say about everyone except SD.
Yeah.
So what do you want to say?
Thanks for giving us money, SD.
Notice I'm letting you take charge here. They already hate me enough.
I'm getting all the blame. It's fine.
Here, when there's one you want me to take charge, let me know.
I'll let you know.
Okay, when there's one you don't want to say anything, I got you. Just I'll be here.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
Okay, I can't wait. All right, this next one, by the way, that was Orcish Dad. If you like that one best, vote Orcish Dad. And again, into the top description and pinned comment will be the poll. Okay, this next one is from Josh. You ready for this? Josh is a bloke. He was one of our first patrons. Thank you, Josh. Let's destroy sentences here. So, Josh, this is his entry. There comes a time when there is no whim, no hope, and most of all, no justice to offer up salvation. This is a tale of such odds, a long ago tale of one particular legend, whose name may forever be cherished in the hearts of many. Once more, take up your sword and strike! Commanded the Holy King. Sorry, I screwed up a little bit at the end there, but thoughts on that?
Honestly, I like the first sentence the most out of all of those.
There comes a time when there's no whim, no hope, and most of all, no justice to offer up salvation.
That's a great line.
Maybe just end it there.
Honestly, end it there.
Yeah.
It got progressively worse. Like I liked that one the most, and then the second sentence I liked less, but it's still good. And I didn't need the third.
I'll throw in my honesty as well because, I don't want to give you all the sunlight here.
Oh,
but yeah, Josh initially sent me like 5 sentences and had to cut it down.
Oh, dang.
So it was difficult to cut down. Again, the 3-sentence limit makes for, you have to toe the line of, honestly, I was expecting some submissions to just be 1 sentence. And
I would think so.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think the first sentence was the best there. And then tried to fit in a lot, and the 5 sentences was better because obviously he had more room.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
But hey, Josh, that was, if you guys want to vote for Josh, that was his entry. All right, this is Tommy's. You ready?
All right.
Piss wet through. Only 15 seconds. 15 seconds after launch, and my bladder decides now is the time that it needs to empty any and all contents. Many months of preparation to be shot off into space, to be enrolled as part of the second migration, and that defining moment starts with what can only be described as an unexpected urinary evacuation slowly filling my boots.
I like that one.
It shows personality.
I'm immediately understand the tone that I'm going to get into. And I also I really like that ending of like the piss filling up his boots. Not pants, I just wouldn't hear it that way, but I like that small description there.
Now I had a critique. Hey, good job, Tommy.
I know exactly what he's going for, and it's
Nice.
exactly what he wants.
There you
That's
go.
the thing is, when you're trying to be spooky and dramatic, there's a certain angle you got to go off after. But Tommy is trying to go after the more comedy-filled and like more. There's not too much mystery. It's more adventure and comedy.
I do like it, but I must say, it sounds like a British guy wrote it.
Yeah, that is a knock against him.
Yeah, sorry, Tommy. That sucks that you're just you foreigners. All right, Tommy, that was Tommy's submission. If you want to vote for him, that was his. Going on to the next. This one is by Curtis. You ready for Curtis's?
Give it to me.
All right. This is Curtis's submission. The act of flaying one's own skin required the greatest level of focus, precision, and endurance Wraith ever had to muster. Despite the agonizing sting of his muscles pressed up against the cell wall, Wraith felt a tremendous sense of elation as he stared at his own hollow puppet of skin. The sight meant he could finally pass through the membrane and escape.
I gotta be honest. I
Yeah.
think that's the best one so far.
Oh, we've got favoritism.
That's real good.
We've got favoritism over here.
That is a great image.
Yeah.
I have a perfect image of what's going on. I'm curious. I want to know where it's going.
I only got
that's
one thing
perfect.
from that Curtis, I'm concerned about your mental health. If you need to talk to somebody, we are here for you. We got you. That has been, Curtis's submission was the only one that had to ask, hey, is this okay to post on YouTube? So we'll see. We'll find
It's
out.
Probably fine.
But Curtis, you really like that submission.
I really like that one. That's my favorite so far.
All right. I'm not gonna say anything since you said enough. I feel like, you know
What?
No, because
You
I
can talk. This
No.
is This is half
Here's
your
the-
show too.
I'm trying my best when they're really good or really bad. I want the viewers to go in and screw it. That was great.
It is really good.
I'm trying to be an unbiased party. Okay, I'm trying my best.
It brings the most description with the least amount of words.
Yeah,
And no, that's word efficiency right there.
Viewers, if you want to vote for Curtis's, that is his. But don't be swayed by everything Richard has to say. Okay, be unbiased. What do you like best? I'm trying to make this fair.
You're
fair,
trying to do the best, yeah.
All right, this next one is by Frai. You ready?
Yep.
All right, Frai, here you go. This is Frai's submission. And on the seventh day, God finished all his work that he had done, but one small thing. And he rested on the seventh day, leaving one small thing, for the time was yet to come. Eons would have come and gone, and mankind would have risen and fallen again and again before a sliver of truth would reach the mind of that unfortunate one, who was doomed to put the whole world into the state of viscous, inescapable madness. The reaping would come, but now was time to rest, time to celebrate, for the third greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he is the one true God. Thoughts?
Curtis, you got to run for. You got something. Someone's running for your money. That's good.
Oh,
Okay. First, I'm already intrigued.
Yeah.
God finishing everything, but he one last thing.
yeah.
And he rested.
By the way,
how long
By
is
the
that
way,
rest?
that's all in quotes. That was all. So that everything I read there was like someone was saying that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I should have said that before, but yeah, that's someone saying that line.
Yeah, I don't think it takes as much context, but yeah, that gives a lot of intrigue. I'm curious about how the world has progressed, how much of our own history is the same, how much is different, and then just the twist on the casual line of everyone knows the line, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people that he doesn't exist, and instead twist it to that he's God. Very interesting. I'm very curious.
What I appreciate most about what Frai sent is Frai sent me a little note on the bottom saying, hey, I don't mean vicious, I mean viscous. Because Frai knows I'm an idiot and would have said vicious. So viscous is a new word I learned. Thank you, Frai.
You didn't know viscous?
Nope. I know very few things. I just know one thing. You stupid, I smart. That's about it.
You would know the word viscous if you cooked with more ingredients than just pasta and chicken.
We're putting this online now, really. All right, next one. You ready? This one is from Minda. Minda is a new patron. Welcome, Minda. And this is her submission. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As I stood there, peering over the toilet-stained crimson, having first filled the bowl and now slowly trickling down my leg, the deafening noise grew louder in my ears. Thump, thump, thump. Was it my anxious, broken heart palpitating, the echo of my baby's final screams before she died in my womb, or the past sins of what brought me to this point knocking at my door?
She's coming strong.
I do want to say, I want to say something first on this one.
Good.
I want to say something first. We had a video recently that was 10 best first lines. And I'm not even kissing up to the patrons because we've read enough at this point. This is a better bunch than that Guardian article that we read. If you didn't see that video, there was a Guardian article saying best first lines in fiction. To be fair, our patrons get 3 sentences.
Yeah.
So
now look, are we saying these sentences are better than the books that we covered last? No.
The intros.
There were plenty of books on that list that were actually very, very good books.
Yeah.
They just don't have the best opening lines.
But the past 3-4 submissions, like everybody but SD's been great. We love you, maybe. I don't know. Okay, that was Minda's. Yeah. So if you want to vote for Minda, that was
Minda, coming strong. I'm glad you joined here recently. That was a great submission.
And now we got from Mads. So you ready for Mad's submission?
Yep.
All right, here we go. This is Mad's submission. It starts with this. Oric, by the way, Oric is the name of a person. It's not a word. Okay, here we go. So Oric gasped as the monstrous bulk of a maybe human convulsed and spilled off his ill-fitting breastplate to kiss its newly blood-consecrated bed of sulfuric mushrooms and glowworm shit. Repeatedly kicking the lifeless beast to rectify his own bloody vanity, the Tayo, blessed fraud, resumed his vomitous opus. You dervish rev-sucking, gift-Tayo-bending, vaunt-niner, galantinous piece of... Too late were Oric's prolific insults once again deemed regretful, and the doomed Pharaoh Empire's only hope tossed the priestman's sack of sacred coins into the quicksand, pissed his favorite pair of pants, and miserably shrieked, "Not my face!" I learned about 20 new words in a paragraph there. What do you think of that submission from Mads?
I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on.
This is one of them I think you have to read.
I need to read that myself and pull out a dictionary. Like, I'm partly blaming my own ignorance, but I will say, if I had to give criticism,
okay,
it's a lot right in the beginning. Like, I would tone it down like a little bit, or I don't know. Describe the scene a bit more first, and then the more surprising lines in there.
You know what it is again? I think this would all work if you have 5 sentences. Because it's that 3-sentence constraint where there's like this second sentence, or the third sentence is long because it's fitting in dialogue and it's fitting in narration at the same time.
Yeah,
so
that's probably
it's
true.
The constraints, and I will say the line alone, like the second line of the words that I've probably fumbled and messed up on, if I understood what those words meant, would be very vivid to me. I'm claiming ignorance again on this one. But what do you think, generally speaking? Did it grip you, or was it too much?
I think it was a bit much for me.
Bit much.
But all
right, Mads, we're putting you with SD. You and SD are on the Hall of Fame of...
You suck!
So, is that official? You approve?
Sure. No,
you have to pick 3 enemies this one. We want to lose 3 patrons by the end of this video. All right, ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is from MoonShadowElf. Okay, here's MoonShadowElf's. That tree is going to kill us all, thought Azucena without blinking, standing in front of the window of her living room with her eyes wholly focused on the oak tree, which had its arms upward holding a crown of abundance. It had a confident stance, as if it was proud of something only it would know. Behind it stood other trees just as scared of that oak tree, because every day that went by, they would get farther and farther away. What do you think of that one?
That was calming.
Was it?
That was... Okay, so here, the criticism is you don't immediately grab, like, surprise interest. It's nothing super sudden or surprising.
The first line's a little surprising.
I guess...
Well, it says that tree is going to kill us all, thought Azucena, so maybe
but by the end it kind of... It's not as...
You know, it's not like Curtis's where it was like peeling his hollow skin. Yeah, so, we're used to high stakes here.
But, to the positive, it does put you in a mood. I think it describes a good setting that I'm very curious. So I think this would be the beginning to a bit of a slower book, but that's not necessarily wrong.
Right.
So I like a good slow burn. So I think it's good.
Okay.
It's not as impactful.
Maybe it hit
but
the viewer
I think it
more.
is good. Yeah.
Okay. If it hit you more, that was Elves, and the previous one was Mad. That one was Elves. And by the way, you have a week to vote. So if you're seeing this video posted, you'll have a full week, how many hours is in a week? 72, 96, 100. You'll have, Rich, help me out here.
I'm judging you with the eyes, but I can't do that math in my head.
Wait, how many hours in a week? Let's see. How many hours in a week? 168. You have 168 hours. All right. This next one. So that was MoonShadowElf, if you want to vote for that. Next one is from Jangal. Jangal, we have, he is now my brethren. Him and I love Red Rising. I will never say a poor word about Jangal for the rest of my days.
What you're telling me is I have to find criticism in his
No, this is going to be the best written one ever. Jangal's a Red Rising fan. I love it. Okay, ready? Okay, he wrote this just to make me say this, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Okay. Beep, beep, beep! Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna try that again and not squeal. Okay. Beep, beep, beep! Groggily moving his arm out from under the sheet, Salamor pressed the red button. After quickly checking the time, shit! He glances out the window to see the planet below eviscerated. Thank God I didn't miss the alarm this time, he thought to himself before drifting back to sleep. Oh, that was actually pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yes! Represent Red Rising!
Here's the thing. First sentence, I don't know, it was just some of the word choice wasn't the best, but then it really hooked me around second and third.
It was probably the adverb groggily right after the beep beep beep. So having that adverb,
that I think could use some polish. But other than that, great concept, really interesting.
Yeah, I'm so interested.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jangal. All right,
really
everybody vote for Jangal.
No, don't you
Red
dare.
Rising. Red Rising.
If you don't get the context of the inside joke, Jangal has been trying to get us to read Red Rising ever since he joined. And then when he did,
Thank you.
It's Austin's favorite thing.
I forgot to shout out Jangal in our Red Rising. We actually forgot to mention a lot in our Red Rising. We got sidetracked, so sorry, patrons, for forgetting a lot to mention. But we're mentioning you all now, so forget it. You ready for this next one? We got 2 more submissions to vote on. So this next one is from Ryol. Mm-hmm. Ryol submitted this. On his wedding day, he fell from the blazing sky and beheld the end of civilization. The flaring flames flickered in the streets, and he heard the screams of beast and men even over the howling air. Clutching the artifact, he wondered whether love was worth this price. I like that.
Man,
I like that.
That is classic, but so good.
Yes.
This may sound like a criticism, but it's not. It is not that is staying well within the mold. It is not breaking the mold. It is doing nothing surprising, but it's just well executed. I'm interested. I'm ready for an adventure.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh yeah.
I really like that one.
Wow. So far we got one more. So we got SD and Mads are on the shit list. So this last one you're gonna have to hate because you have to make it through.
That's true. I'll find something to hate about.
This last one's from.
That's an easy thing for me to do.
Exactly. This last one's from Benjamin. All right, Ben. He has one sentence.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has one sentence. You ready for it? Mm-hmm. All right, Ben. Here's your sentence. And by the way, that last one was Ryol. If you want to vote for Ryol, I feel like I should say it at the end of each one. Okay, Ben. This one's Ben. If you want to vote for his, here it is. The silence hides a secret voice. Can you hear the whisper of the wind? I hate it. It's the silence, and I hate it.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we got SD, Mads, and Ben. So that's our trio right there. We've got our trio of things.
Honestly, give it to me again. I want.
Okay.
It's one sentence.
Okay.
Read it off to me again.
You don't want me to read the other ones you didn't like again?
They're too long. It's a whole 3 sentences.
Here it is. Here's Ben's again. He gets a second read. The silence hides a secret voice. Can you hear the whisper of the wind?
I think it's your reading. I think it's the way you read it made me
there's
like
a,
it a little
There's
less.
a colon after the... Okay, so here it is. The silence hides a secret voice, colon. Can you hear the whisper of the wind? And by the way, it is my reading.
No, it's how you pronounce W's.
What?
how you whisper of the wind. Like,
What?
Just how you say W's doesn't work for me.
What?
You're saying it weird.
Saying what weird?
All of it.
Where do you get off?
I'm surprised.
I'm blaming Austin. It's not you, Ben.
No, it
it's
is
somehow.
It is my fault.
It's the way you're.
It is my
pronouncing those
fault. I'm
W's.
just honored that you waited till the last submission to make fun of me. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I knew I butchered a couple of these, but you know what, Ben? Hopefully I did yours justice. If you want to vote for Ben's, that's his sentence. I'm very curious to see what wins. Jangled, congratulations on the win beforehand. And other than that, who do you want to show your favoritism toward?
Curtis.
Curtis was great. There was actually a lot of great submissions,
honestly.
And I hope to.
This is I think the best push to. I really hope some of them actually try their hand at writing a story from that. Maybe even a short story. That would be so cool. And if they do, I will do our best to like promote that. Let's see.
Have them on the pod.
That would be awesome.
That would be very cool. And by the way, if you also want to join our Patreon and join one of these competitions we might do in the future, we talk books. We read a book every month, have a book club, do movie watch parties. This was a fun one, and we're going to milk some more content from our patrons in the future. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Best. They give us money and also content.